Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Elma, and tonight I have Stan, the content manager of Latenode. Now, you might, okay, so I have been absent with my live streams because I was busy with a launch for my other product, Rollq. And later, I will still ask you to check us out on Product Hunt. But before that, we have to talk about Latenode. And today, what I'm so excited about was I talked to Stan a few weeks ago, and we had this discussion of what late node can do. And I believe everyone knows that me, non tech, no code, I think zero coding knowledge. And he showed me that, hey, Elma, even if you cannot code, you can actually use late node to do some low code integrations because we have an AI copilot. And these I haven't seen in other software. So I tried I think I tried Boostspace. They did not have it. Pabli definitely does not have it. And Albato, when I tried it, definitely did not have it. And I was so confused on how to use their software. And when I saw that, oh, actually, you are like Albato, Pabli, Zapier, but now you are helping me with the code as well if I don't know how to code. And that got me excited. So, yeah. And I think this is very nice and very, how do you call it, very useful for all businesses who want to integrate their software. So basically, anything that has an API, any software that you have that has an API, public API, I guess, public APIs, that's what you call it. Yeah. Okay. Because
Right.
yeah, technical terms, I'm really confused with this thing. So, okay. So any software that has a public API, you can integrate it via late node. So let's start. But before we really started, I start asking Stan some questions. If you are new to this channel, please kindly subscribe and also hit the notification button because we actually from time to time have live streams with super nice upcoming SaaS tools and super innovative tools that would surely help your business grow. And okay, now finally I will let Stan talk. I mean, I've been doing all the talking. So Stan, thanks so much for joining us, and I'm really happy to have you with us tonight. And please let us know more about Late Node. What is the company all about, and what is your role, and what is the mission, what is the vision? And I believe you also have a very healthy MRR now. So in terms of stability, that is great.
Well, thank you very much for asking me to for creating this event, for making me able to participate in that. And talking about LateNode, we are a low-code automation platform, and a little story behind is that we've been like our team has been using some like automation tools like Make and Zapier for a few years. But after like Make, it was called Integromat before. When it switched to Make.com, it changed few. It also changed like some functions of that platform, and that's why we understood that we are limited by these low code, by these no code automation tools, and that's why we've decided to create our own, and it's called Latenode now. And the thing is that we've tried to see the automation from the point of view of a person who is also limited by the no-code tools, because no code is actually great. It's convenient. It is handy. It does not require obviously coding skills and many stuff like that. But you actually can use only the functions, only the functionality that the platform can give you, and that's what we've tried to avoid in late night, because we've added the ability to interact with any apps using an API. So if as you said, if the app has public API, it means that it absolutely possible to make an integration and automated workflow with this app on Latenode. And even if it doesn't have an API, there is actually a possibility to create this automation because we have actually code inside of our platform, but it is supported by the AI, and which makes coding really easy because you just can ask the AI to like write down the code that you want it to create. Um, and actually, we also have we have JavaScript code, and actually we have the headless browser. And headless browser is a thing that can perform all the action that a regular user can perform on the website, but remotely. So that's why you can integrate with any app, even if it doesn't have API. But um, that's uh, enough for talking. Maybe I can maybe share my screen and show
Yes,
some.
please.
Okay, so second.
There you go. So now we can see your screen.
So yeah, right now I'm in my late night account, and let's start with creating a new scenario. So every scenario that we have uh, starts with a trigger node. First, let's give it a name. Let be entity show one. Uh, so here we have pretty simple interface. Large add node button. Let's click on it, and now we have the nodes tab. Um, so first, we add a trigger nodes. We have some core nodes like triggering on webhook or on a schedule or on running on run once, that which means that you activate the scenario every time you click this button. Or some other apps can use their own triggers. For example, a table, new record. So every time the new record appears on your a table, the scenario is executed. But for this, like simple basic example, let's use trigger on webhook, and that's it. And we can set up every node, and just by clicking on that, and here you see like the settings of this webhook trigger, and it has only the name, link, and as you can see, it has the development URL and production URL. That's because the Latenode has Latenode scenarios have two versions: development version and production version. So after I edit my link, let me call it, I don't know, la 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 222. Okay, and then I save. And after I save the scenario, I have the development version 2. And after I deploy it, I now have the production version. Why do we have separate versions of the same workflow? This ability gives us the opportunity to actually work with workflow to upgrade it or to fix some troubles uh, without even stopping it. So we have the production version that is working, and we have the development version that we are upgrading. And after we are finished, we just deploy it, and it becomes a production version. But okay, let's add our first action nodes. And here we have the list. And as you can see, we have a few code nodes, and I'd like to use one of them. And I'd like to use the JavaScript because, of course, it has our killing feature and AI chat. And the second best thing about this node that the JavaScript code inside of it is armed with npm packages library. It has more than a million npm packages, and npm packages are like pre-made pre-made solutions for many cases, so you don't have to like create your own solution. You just can use one of these npm packs. So for this workflow, let's like ask an AI to do some simple stuff. For example, let's ask him to give me an HTML form named I don't know, maybe
Named giveaway. Just
giveaway. Yeah, right. That'd be so. Giveaway, and it must have name, email, and company name fields, right? And input button, submit button. That'll be. That's it. Let's send the request to the AI. And first, it starts to explain what we have to, like what kind of code we have to create using like to create this HTML form. But then he actually gives us this code. That's it. And all we have to do here is just to click replace and run node once to automatically save the changes and like make the data flow through this node, so we could have the output message. Here it is, and we can use this output object in the next nodes. So actually we have already created this form, but to actually see it, let's add a webhook response. And here we can set it up by adding a body. So the body is actually the object from the JavaScript. Here it is. Nothing serious, just click on it and that's it. And in params, we have to specify the content type, because we here it is basically application JSON, but we in this case have to change it to text HTML. That's it. We can click save. And now let's save this scenario. And since we've deployed it, it's actually active. And we can go to our webhook link and see the form itself. Here it should be. Here it is, but actually it doesn't look that good. We can fix that just by asking the AI to make the form look fancy. And now he explains what we have to do to make this form look a bit more beautiful. And then he gives us the second version of the code and with some design in it. So just wait till the AI finishes his work and click replace once again. And after that, when we reload the webhook link, we should see the form in a bit better state. Okay, so just click replace, save this scenario once again, and now reload the page. A bit better. And as you see, I did not write any code myself. I just asked the AI to do it, and he did. And it could be used for a way more complex task. And all you have to do is to specify your prompt, and even if your if the code that the JavaScript gives you shows the error, you can just simply send this error back to the AI chat, and it will try to rewrite the code to avoid this error. And one more thing I'd like to show you is the the scenario that I created a few days ago. I think it's kind of interesting. How it's called extract data. It's a bit longer, um, but what is going on here is that we extract this scenario is supposed to get the files from our Google Drive, then send it to the third-party converter to convert them to text, and then we send this text to ChatGPT using our ChatGPT nodes. And after we've extracted the data out of these files, we fill out the Google Sheets with this data. And in this case, I search for files that have CV in their name, so for CVs, and I use the Convert API to actually convert PDF to TXT. And as you can see here, I use the HTTP request. So because we do not have the Convert API integration on Latenode.com, and basically what we have to do is to create this HTTP request. Well, it looks like code, but actually you just have to go to API documentation of the service, and here actually I have the code snippet. So I just have to copy it and paste into my HTTP request how I did here. And the only thing that I specified here is that I choose the file name and the data to be to use objects from the previous nodes, from the JavaScript node and from the Google Drive. So it gets the name of the file from the Google Drive, and it gets the data of that file, and then converts it to text. So the thing is, here is the Google Sheet that we are going to fill. Here it has name, email, and experience. And so this scenario should, after the execution, this scenario should check if there are any CV on the Google Drive, then send it to Convert API using this HTTP request, and then send this file to ChatGPT to extract data out of it. And then the email name and experience are going to appear here. And we do not have to do that manually. Here I have, because here we have the trigger that triggers this execution every hour. So once in an hour, this scenario checks our Google Drive for new CVs and then fills the Google Sheet. So I can run it once, and after that, I suppose this information should appear here. So I click. Oh, I forgot to activate it actually. Now it's activated, and let's run once.
Actually, there are a lot of questions on the chat, but we can answer them later. And to be honest, I'm a little bit lost already, so I need to watch this video again. And I'm just wondering when it comes to this, because like for someone like me, which is really okay, these kind of things are quite tough because I don't know a lot of when it comes to coding. Do you have a very extensive knowledge base?
Well, actually, we're trying to expand our documentation as
Mhm.
as fast as it's possible. But since we are in lack of, of human resources, uh, we try to be as open as it's possible to 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 make able for a regular user to reach out to our team and ask the actual questions. So if you have any troubles with onboarding uh, with Latenode, you can just go to our Discord channel and ask directly to our team. Yeah,
Right.
and
And actually, I tried that before. Like, I was looking for a specific node, and they're actually very quick to respond. Within 1 hour, I got a response. Maybe it should be less than that. Maybe even 15 minutes. Already got a response from the team, and I would say that's pretty amazing. If I ask some technical questions, they're actually really there to help. And on top of that, you have the AI on the side. So, well, it all works out. So, yeah. Okay, let's continue with what you are doing.
well, so yeah, now as you can see, since I executed this scenario twice, it has two columns with the name, email, and the experience of the person. And here I can see like the output of every node. Like here, it says that I have only one file with the CV in its name, and then we download this file, and after that it goes to convert API, and then to the GPT assistant, and then to our Google Sheet. And here we have some JavaScript nodes. uh, we use it here just for converting some stuff. Like here, we in the result of downloading, as a result of downloading file, we get the content in this format, and this JavaScript just converts it to base 64. And I have created this code just by asking the AI to do it. Like every code that I do here is created by the AI, because I am not a coder and I have never coded myself. So yeah.
Okay, cool. And by the way, I want to give a shout out to Daniel, your colleague. I believe he's your CMO, right? Hi, Daniel. Thanks for answering the questions in YouTube. Thank you. Okay, that's it. So, is there anything else that you would like to show?
um, Well, I don't know. I'd like to show you actually one more interesting stuff that we have here.
Sure.
Is that we also have like the separate, we call it global variables page, that are variable that you can create and use in separate, like in different scenarios, and so the scenarios could um, throw the data between them. And actually, what else I'd like to show is the authorizations tab. So the thing is, it's just a list of access tokens for every for every node, for every app that I've been using. And the thing is that you like generally these access tokens um, are limited by the time, but on latenode.com, they are renewed automatically. So you don't have to manually renew your access token uh, if you add it to your authorizations on Latenode.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
This wow,
I,
that's really nice. Okay, so maybe let's start answering some questions, and let's start from the beginning. Okay. It's not appearing again. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, then If it does not work, we do the manual way. All right. Okay. So this is the first question we'd like to answer. Is okay. This market is becoming very competitive. How do you stand out from all those automation platforms?
Well, I think that we have pretty much stuff to stand out. First of all, I think like the key thing is the AI code. As you said, not that much of our competitors actually have this ability. The second thing, I think, like uh, pricing, because uh, we are running on time-based module of pricing. So we bill you only for the time your scenario is running. So actually, like we have um, something called execution token, and one execution token is 30 seconds, uh, and you generally get tons of it in any pack. So the scenario cost is pretty low here. And next, I'd like to say that we have it's really easy to reach out to us, which makes us very easy to cooperate, to work with. We have great like partnership abilities. You can work with us easily, and if you want to generate any like to create any new integrations, you don't have to wait for months to do it. You can just reach out to us in Discord channel, and we'll put it in work just after that.
Okay, good. And okay, let's see which question that's from Aaron. You mentioned earlier the credits. Okay, because now there is a question about credits. Although Daniel already answered it in YouTube, but we have to answer also for our Facebook
No
audience. So,
problem.
how do you count the credits, and what's not included whenever a scenario workflow runs?
Well, how do we count the credits? It's pretty easy. Once the scenario started to perform, it consumes one credit, and one credit is 30 seconds of execution. And if your scenario is executed more than 30 seconds, then it uses like another credit, and then another credit, and then another credit. And uh, actually, for now, it's everything that is included in cost, because we are working on adding nodes that are going to be built separately, because they have some unique features, like the NVIDIA model with converting text to speech. But for now, it's also free to use inside of Latenode, and also built as any other stuff.
Okay. You mentioned like one credit is 30 seconds. In your current LTD, the starter plan is already with 3,000 credits. So that's about how many zeros is that? So many seconds, okay? And okay, so for example, my specific workflow is more than it's less than 30 seconds in terms of execution time. Do I does an entire credit get consumed
Yeah,
or
that's going to be the entire credit.
okay.
So yeah, the first credit is consumed after the start of the execution.
Okay, so you're saying that each workflow would consume at least one credit. So if you have a very short workflow, like you have 2 3 steps, it still will consume and it's executed within say 5 milliseconds. You will still take one credit of 30 seconds. Okay, got it. So next, okay, so this is a good feedback. Victor say he loves the idea of being able to work on your scenario in the background or in development. the sandbox, while still not affecting the display on the front end until the changes are deployed. So yeah, that is good. Thank you. And can you integrate any API services with this product?
Um, well, actually, you can integrate any API services with this product because we have an HTTP request. You can use it. You can use JavaScript to integrate with API services and create those requests in JavaScript. Or yeah, and if you want to have like no code mm, nodes, you can ask like in a Discord channel, and our team will prioritize the execute like the production of your no code nodes.
Okay, and so we can integrate any software that has a public API. Okay, so please get that. Now, how would you compare it to public possession and Zapier?
Well, I'd like to say that we are like a combination of that because that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be something that could be used for any purposes, that has no limits. And if comparing to Zapier, for example, we are surely way more flexible because Zapier has these linear um, scenarios where like every step is executed after the previous one, and you can merge it, you can dissolve it, and something like that. Um, and we can do it on Latenode, and Public and Processio are actually a bit more closer to us because they actually have the ability of coding. But I think that we're trying to be more friendly for those who don't know how to code. So yeah, we're trying to add an AI assistant everywhere it's possible. We actually now have an AI bot inside of a Latenode itself, which is fed with our documentation. So you can like use it as a first line of support and so on.
Right. And actually, it's really easy to reach the support team via Discord. I really like that part. Because I like it when there is someone human responding to me rather, this time we are full of those AI chatbots, and I know they are not humans, but when you go to Discord, they are humans there. Okay. Even though they are an automation company. All right. Okay. I don't understand that question. Okay. So we can connect anything with API, right? But can you connect it in just a few clicks? How do you actually connect it?
Well, there is an ability to actually connect it in a few clicks because we have an ability to generate an HTTP request from a curl example. So if the API documentation of a product you want to integrate with has the ability of taking the curl examples from it, you can just generate, like you can create the HTTP request and then click create from curl, and it will automatically fill all the fields that I needed, and you'll just create it. That's it.
Okay, I have to watch this again. And do you have a YouTube channel with all the tutorials?
Of course, we have the
Okay,
YouTube
cool.
channel.
I will watch that. Yeah, I had been busy with the launch that, I haven't been doing other things aside from the launch and my other business, but not the new software. So I haven't been testing a lot of software recently. Okay, so is there an option to write your own code with this product? Yes, you do.
Of course, you can write your own code without using an AI assistant.
Right.
If that would be more convenient for you, you can just write down. And
Yeah.
actually, we are working on adding more coding languages like Python, and also we'll add an AI assistant to it. So yeah, for sure, we
I
you
don't know.
can.
I don't know anything about those things. Okay, so Stan is the
No
best
problem.
person. Okay. Oh, by the way, because I looked at the LTD pricing, and it requires our own API key for OpenAI, right? For us to use the AI Copilot.
For now, yeah, we are trying, like we're also working on adding like the ability to not to have an open AI on your side, but for now, yeah, you have to have this open AI account on your own.
Okay. Oh, so we already answered this knowledge base question. I ask it, and Aaron Sarah also has the same question. So good, we are asking the same questions. How easy is it to connect various applications and services using this product? I would say that's pretty easy. We've shown you earlier.
Well, actually, it depends on do we have the no code node of this application, or we can integrate only using an HTTP request. So if you want to, for example, connect Google Drive and Gmail, or uh, Google Sheets and stuff like that, we have this no code node that you can just drag and drop in your workflow, and all you have to do there is just click through the settings, and they're pretty like straightforward. You just like every node is dedicated to specific action. For example, if you have Google Sheets node, there is a node for adding a new row, for like deleting a row and stuff like that. um, so you just, for example, you want to add a new row, you add this node, and you just specify your personal stuff inside of it, and that's it. After that, you just click to add another node, and they are connected now.
Okay, and the next here is there an option to request new app integrations with this product? So for especially for people like me who don't know how to code, like as much as possible, we want to have these nodes readily available for us.
Well, of course, we have this ability. First of all, you can just ask to like for that ask it in a Discord channel, and actually, we also that like we'll know that you need this integration, and we'll put it in a line of production. But actually, we have an ability to boost your the production of your no code integration. It's yeah, uh, you
Okay.
just ask in a Discord channel, and
Okay.
guys
So here's
will explain.
another question from Aaron Serwa. Are we able to create our own custom apps for things that are not yet still available?
Sure, you um, actually we have an ability to create a custom nodes even. I'd like to share my screen once again,
Sure.
actually, to
No
answer the
worries.
question. No problem. Um, okay. So we have two types of scenarios, and one of them is called nodal. And here it is. It has nodal input and nodal output. And this scenario is creating your custom node. So what we do here is we give the color, then we choose the icon in SVG format, and then you can use the functionality of latenode.com, uh, and that will actually generate a custom node that you can use in your scenarios by your own. And also, we are working on adding the possibility to make this custom nodes public. So you can create your custom node, and um, the people are going to use it. So yeah, and so you can use this ability to, for example, you can use the HTTP request inside of this scenario and to call for a specific app, and then turn it into your custom node, and that gives you an opportunity to create your custom app node.
Okay, so there are some questions that are very similar in terms of, hey, can we integrate with apps like Bubble or ZeroWorks? So as long as it has an API, you can do that. You can do an integration. And okay, so I think this one is quite interesting. Is it possible to save the workflow as a template?
Yes, it is possible. Actually, I'd like to share my screen once
No
again.
problem.
Um, So actually, we have here a shared template tab where actually
Oh wait a moment, we don't see
are
your screen yet. Okay, now we can see your
so
screen.
here it is, a shared templates tab, and here we can see actually the template that our team created or some user has created, and we made them public for others to have ability to use. So uh, and what is really cool about it, for example, I click here, and you can add some tips how to actually um, customize this scenario to work for you. Like here we have the example, we have the ability to clone it to your account, and here we have the instructions how to make this workflow work for you personally. So yeah.
Okay, so great. We can save it as a template, and we can even have instructions. Nice. Yeah, I like it that we are able to add our own notes so that we know how to use it again. It's like writing a recipe. Okay, how many apps with APIs can be connected using Late Node?
Well, this number is unlimited, or it's limited only by your imagination.
Right.
So, yeah, any app with an API, so there is no limitation. There are no limitations in like the size of this scenario. So, if the question is how many apps can you integrate in one scenario, so it's also unlimited. It depends only on your needs, on your resources, and on your imagination.
Okay. And regarding okay, so for example, we have this super long autumn workflow or super long scenario. Is there any automation error notification, like if it's not working suddenly, will we get
Oh,
notified by
of
email?
course. We first of all, you have the notification inside of the workflow, and
Mhm.
yes, it sends the notification email to your address, to your
Okay,
email
and
address.
will it also identify which part of the automation had an issue?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, yeah. Okay, so actually Daniel here has an answer on why is late node considered a good Zapier alternative, and I'll read it for everyone. First, it's 89 times cheaper. Yeah. Next is they don't charge for execution of each task or operation. They use execution credit system. One late note credit is 30 seconds of execution. Within this time, most of your scenarios can be executed. Now, okay, so I think that's it. Next is okay. If we buy LTD and get out of credit before reset time, how is it handled?
Well, there is always an ability to purchase an extra credit if you need them. Uh, so actually, the average cost, like the cost of one credit, is $0.0019. So they are pretty cheap, and you can buy them in bulk with pretty with a pretty discount. So there is no problem, and like no scenarios are going to be stopped from executing if you run. Uh,
Actually, like we have right now, discount code for my audience is NTT20. Can they also use that for the, say they ran out of credits?
yeah, this promo code, yeah, you can use it for any product on latenode.com.
Okay, so even for purchasing extra credits, because I ran out of credits, they can use that. Okay, guys, better keep that discount code. Okay, they give either 20 or 10, and I chose to give 20. So because that's how much I love you guys. Okay, let's see next. What are okay? Someone has asked, how big is your team?
Well, I don't know.
You don't
Well,
know.
we have like two separate teams. We have the marketing team and the developers, and I am obviously in marketing, and
Mhm.
we are like somewhere about 12, I guess.
In
And
the on the
this,
marketing part.
yeah, in the marketing part, and pretty the same number, I believe, is in development team, but I have never seen them all. So, yeah.
I know what it is like because I also work for a SaaS startup, and I've never seen the dev team, but I know the marketing team. Okay, that's how we work. Okay. It's all remote anyway. So
All
okay,
right.
so what are your plans for longevity? So many companies show up with a great idea but vanish within a year or two.
Well, actually, the great thing about our longevity is we actually run ourselves, like our other products on Latenode. So we, as I said, we've been using Zapier and Make, and now we are migrating to late node, so we have to like make it work, and late node will live till like till till we live. So because we need it to be functional, we need it to be working, because otherwise all of our other um, startups and stuff would just die. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. So earlier we already answered these. Are there options for using both no code and writing custom codes? Yes. Um, is it possible to automate interactions between services that have APIs? Okay. So I don't understand this question.
Well, to automate interactions between services that have API. So basically, if you have um, two API services, and they have like their API documentation, so I believe yes, because um, it's all possible with HTTP requests and
Okay.
so on.
Okay. In what ways can this product make development 10x cheaper and faster?
Well, mm, in a way that every like automation is a thing that saves your time and saves your human resources. So actually, it can make your development even 20 or 100 times cheaper, depending on what real workflow you decided to replace with automated one.
Okay. Regarding the API apps. Actually, this is a question for me. So, for example, I have a software that has a public API, but I'm not really that tech techie. I have no idea how to code. I think even with the AI Copilot, I will still struggle. So if I reach out to your Discord, to your team in Discord, and say, "Hey, can we please have um, an integration with this one, like an how do you call it a node for this,
Yeah, yeah.
or yeah, can we please have a node for this one? How quickly can you create it? Can your team create it?"
Well, if we prioritize it, like, so basically we have a lot of plans of adding new nodes. So um, if you just ask for this app in Discord and nothing else, well, we'll just see how popular is that request, and we'll prioritize that depending on this popularity. And that may take like month or even more, but you can boost this product by, as far as I know, it costs $100, and it will be ready in 2 weeks.
$100 and it's ready in 2 weeks if I want a fast track option.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, is it possible to adapt scenarios to changing business needs easily with this product? Yes.
Well, actually, yeah. Since we have the ability to, we have the separate development and production version. You always can adapt your scenario to like your situation without stopping it from like without stopping the actual workflow. So of course, and we have actually kind of flexible builder, so we can merge the connections, we can split them back, and so on. So we basically, there is no limits in adapting, in changing, and so on.
Okay. Okay. Next is, how can you convince your customers about sustainability of the product? Do you have any financial backing, investor? And I believe you also have a very healthy MRR already. So please explain how to convince them.
Well, as I said, we are running other a few other startups. One of them is called Deb Expert, and it's already sustainable and successful, and it's all like so. Yeah, we have other successful products to sustain late night, and that's the first. And the second, all these products are rely like they all these products rely to the late night functionality, because all the processes are that are going on in those products are automated on late night.
Okay. I think this is also an interesting question. Does it have an inbuilt data store? And if so, what is the storage limit?
Well, actually, like it depends on what you mean by this data store, because we have the ability to we have the authorization token, like the storage. We have um, the variable storage, and we are cloud based. So basically, all the data is going through your workflows is in cloud. But yeah, I don't really like get the question, because I don't really get what kind of data you'd like to store there. So yeah.
Okay, so Aaron Soa, if you could please be more specific, what kind of data do you want to store? Okay, so next is, okay, I think this is an interesting question. Could we pass the data to steps? Like, if I receive a data from step one, can I use a data output from step one to in step five?
Of course, yes. There is like since the data passed through the node, it's inside of the scenario, and you can use this data in any the like in any node that goes after this.
Okay. Um, So as if he's asking, where are you from?
Well, if we talk about me, I live in
Yes.
Poland.
They all know me. I hope they all know me. Okay. All right. And next here. Okay, so Asif is asking me, am I already using this app and how is my experience? So I have tried it. I'm not fully using it. In fact, you are still in beta right now, right? You still have the
Right.
beta stage. The beta stage is completely free. You can use it as much as you want. Now, as I mentioned earlier in the live stream, I wasn't able to test this one fully, and that is because I was busy with another product launch. So the software testing got a little bit delayed on my end. But I did try a few things like reaching out to customer support. That was great. I tried their AI Copilot. That was great as well. Um, so I tried to do a very simple workflow, 3 steps, using code that was generated by their AI. It worked. So yeah, I'm confident it can work for you because I believe you are even more technical than me. You have zero knowledge about this. So someone is saying that there is something to learn before using it fluently, just like any other software, whether it's with or without coding. Um, right. But even such a marketing guy as Stan and me are able to start building anything that. Okay, our Discord support is comprehensive. Okay, I
Huh,
think this is one
another
of your
another
colleagues.
late night spy here.
Yeah, we have a spy. I think it's your colleague. Okay, so this must be from Daniel because I couldn't see the name. And yeah, you can easily integrate anything with our JavaScript AI assistant, and you are not limited by no code library at all. So,
That's
can
right.
we add new column to old row of Google Sheet based on any column value?
And you come to all rule. Of course, there is talking about Google Sheets. There are a lot of
Right.
notes
I
here. You can update rows, update cells, anything, pretty
Oh,
everything
we can
that
we can
do that.
update rows because okay, my experience is like this with other automation software. So, for example, I have a row of data, but I cannot add a data on the next column. Do you get what I mean? So, if I want the data on the next column, I have to create a new Google Sheet with the previous data on it, or I need to
Oh
add
no.
something like that, like to create a full row and transfer it to the next Google Sheet. So that's the automation I had to create at one of them.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure that any manipulations with Google spreadsheets are available even
Mhm.
as no-code solutions in no-code nodes.
Right. And
Right.
for example, okay, so this because it's one of the issues. Actually, me and Joginder talked about it because we have one automation that we are. I have one automation that we are using, and I asked him, "Hey, did you find a solution to this?" Like, no, we cannot do that. I said the only solution that I found was really first I have this Google Sheet and then I need to create another Google Sheet to return the entire row plus the new data. So it's like double double Google Sheets.
I'd like to share my screen
Hmm.
to show what we can do with Google Sheets here.
Okay.
Uh, right, not well. Okay, so here is. Can you see the
Yes.
screen? Here is another example from our templates library. This one is an automation for WordPress, but it uses the information from the WordPress. It gets from to the webhook, and then we fill these Google Sheets with that data, and you have uh, update cell nodes. And the thing is
Oh.
that they work with separate cells. So we have cell, we specify the column, then we get the number, um, and then we can like update the cell value um, separately from like the whole row. Here we can add row, but without like specifying the content. And like actually I'd like to see to show you just like the amount of actions that are available here with Google Sheets.
Wow.
So yeah, and that's our only actions. And here we have triggers. So another 6 nodes. So I believe that could satisfy your needs.
Yes, I think so. Oh, don't unshare your screen
Okay.
yet. Please show that because we will need another one. Okay, so we
Okay.
can use. Oh, so we start the workflow using incoming webhooks.
Well, so yeah, because uh, you can actually edit the webhook link you are using. So if you want to send data to this webhook, you can just take it and specify the way you want,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Now let's see here. How many predefined templates do you have, and how frequently are new templates added?
Well, like there is no system in adding new templates. Just as fast as we get new scenarios to be done, and just like we always try to as like we create a new scenario, or we get a new scenario from a user, and we try to create an example, like a template out of it as fast as it's possible.
Okay. I believe this is a reply from either Vasil or Daniel about the longevity of late node. So he said that we are self-served, fully relying on an own revenue stream because they already have a healthy MRR from other businesses in building the product, first of all, for our internal needs. Because I think they refused to pay Zapier. That's why they started doing this. Now, so rest assured, it's here to stay and not to go. Okay, I hope that you can keep your promise, please. Thank you. And next here, okay, you also have the ability to export and import scenarios between accounts,
Yes.
between scenarios. Oh, okay, between accounts. Okay, and
So
how
yeah,
flexible are triggers?
well, how flexible are the triggers? Um, well, it depends on. They are pretty flexible because, uh, for now, we have the pretty basic amount of triggers, like webhook trigger, schedule, and run once, and the app triggers. So almost every app has its specific triggers, and actually we have a trigger on schedule. For example, if you don't have your like the trigger that you want to have, you may avoid it by using a schedule trigger. It will activate your scenario once in a set period of time, and after that you can just add some action nodes, and they could be anything. Yeah, so if you do not have like the no code trigger that you need, you can use this combination of schedule trigger and the action.
Okay, I have another question about the trigger on schedule. So, for example, I turn that on and I say, hey, every 1 hour, I want you to run this. And when it's run, even though there is no data, is an execution credit deducted in my account?
Um, well, you mean if you create the scenario that would consist only of the schedule trigger,
Yes, for
or
example, okay, so I have a schedule trigger as the beginning of my scenario, and then I have a few steps. But on the second step of my scenario, there is no data because there's nothing on it at all. Will it still, and therefore it will not go until the end of the scenario of the workflow. So does that mean, does it still deduct one execution credit?
Well, actually, um, if you create your scenario with a schedule trigger and you use it, like you do not deploy it, you do not use it in production, you until it is in production, you it won't be built. So until there is no like actual until there is no production version that includes active production version that includes schedule trigger, it won't be executed then, and won't be you won't be built. But I can't say like I don't actually get like what you mean by like there is no data, because how to say, the trigger, the schedule trigger.
Okay, okay. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say I have an automation from my YouTube channel. It whenever there is a new video, it will post something on my WordPress site, and I want it to run every 10 minutes. So if there is no new video on my YouTube channel, will it still be counted? Will a credit be deducted in my account whenever every 10 minutes?
Huh. Mm, well, uh, actually, that's a kind of tricky question. Uh,
I don't know the answer as well. So I want to understand
I
that.
guess that I guess it works like that for now. Yeah. But I'm not sure that it like work like that forever.
Okay, no, no worries. You don't have to answer now. We can clarify these later in the forum in Facebook group.
No
So if you
problem.
could please just answer that question later on. I know I ask difficult questions because I do a lot of automations, and it's part of what I do every day. And in fact, I couldn't live without it. Okay, I saw a question here about, is it safe for automating social media activities?
Well, yeah, we are using all the like information security stuff, like in general European Union regulations on that. So um, I think that's pretty safe if you in case of like data leaks or something like that, because this scenario is only available for you, and the data inside of this scenario is only available for you. So yeah, I
Okay.
think that is
Okay. So you're talking about the data safety. Now, okay, Sahiner, I think, okay, so there are two things that we are looking at here. One is the data safety. So your data is safe because they are GDPR compliant. Another thing is that, are you going to face bans when you use late node for automation? I believe this is your other question. This is how I see it. And yes, you will face bans if you don't use it properly. So you still have to adhere to the guidelines or the best practices of that specific social media platform, because late note is a tool, and how we use it is what, how do you call that? Like, if we abuse, like we are posting every second, then obviously it's a bot, and then Facebook will flag your account. It's just an
Yeah, of
example.
course. It doesn't depend on like automation tool you're
Right.
working with. It actually depends on workflow you are trying to build and what you try to achieve with this. So
Exactly.
if you do not like do any suspicious actions using any kind of automations, I think you shouldn't be banned.
Right. So just make sure that when you do any social media automation that it complies with the rules or with the regulations of that particular platform, so that you don't
Right.
face account bans. Okay, so the next thing is, how do you plan to have team or workspace feature?
Yes, we are actually working on that. But for now, your account is totally shareable. So if you have one LateNet account, um, yeah, there is no limits in like using it as a team
Okay, so like
for
right now,
now.
so for example, I have a late node account, it's using my account email, and then everyone in my team can use the account using my account email and password. Is that right?
Well, yeah, it depends on
Or
your
can I add my team members on late node?
well, like for now, all the accounts in LateNet are personal, but you can use them as you wish because like the only limitation the account may have is the number of this execution credits or the number of time you can run your scenarios. So yeah, we're trying like we are working on adding this feature because of course all the automations are like extremely crucial for almost any company or for almost any startup and so on, and the team feature is a key thing in this process.
Actually, how many applications do you have right now? App integrations do you have right now? Native app.
um, for now, I actually don't remember the exact amount, but I think somewhere around 60, and we are planning to add more than 500 apps like integrations uh, through this year. And yeah, but the thing is that we're not trying to compete with those with platforms that have thousands of this no code um, integrations, because we'll never beat them, I think. And we are trying to be like the instrument that you will use to create your own integrations by because we provide all the instruments to do it, like JavaScript and headless browser and HTTP requests.
Okay, now let's see here. We can set WhatsApp automation with platform like RoboMotion with or without API. Is it possible to set up WhatsApp here without API?
Um, I'm actually not aware of WhatsApp even having API. So actually, if the WhatsApp has API, it's totally possible.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. If not, I think you can work with it using headless browser. But for now, there is no code solution for that on
Okay, so
LateNode.
now you mentioned headless browser. What do you mean by headless browser? What do you mean by
Uh,
headless browser?
Let me just show you one more example that I have. Um, Here it is. Like this scenario is supposed to once to check the website for having the specific field, so it checks if the website functions right, performs right, and then gives the notification through the Telegram bot. So headless browser actually is tool. Here it is. It's like a coding feature, and yet it doesn't have an AI Copilot, but we are working on that. And basically, the headless browser is a tool that uses browser without interface. like
Okay.
uh, and using it you can perform any actions that actual user can do, but remotely. So here we like go wait like we go to the certain page, then we click on like field, then we wait for the result to appear. So we just repeat the action that user would perform, but remotely using the
Okay.
headless browser.
Okay. So, okay, let me think. I have a follow up question for that, but we have to answer the question from our audience. Maybe I can ask you in private. Okay. So the next thing is, do you have an easy step by step onboarding process for new users as a quick start?
Well, we are trying to be as easy as it's possible. Uh, Personally, me, I am working on adding new onboarding videos to our late night YouTube page,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and I think like we first, we try to create a video guides, text guides, and the first thing that we try to focus is to have instant support, like in our Discord channel. So anytime you have any troubles with onboarding, with like you just can write down in Discord, "Hey guys, I don't understand how to do that," and we'll help you.
Okay, great. Actually, now I'm looking at the Late Node YouTube channel. So Stan has this, what is an API and how to automate with it on Late Node. So he has some explanations on WordPress webhooks and Late Node and stuff like that. So go to YouTube, check out Late Node, and you'll find a lot of tutorials. I'm just checking it out now. Okay, so let's see the next question. Right. Yes, there is a lot of videos, and Stan is actually he has the same job as me, like adding more video tutorials for our software. Okay, so next is, if an execution fails, started with webhook, for instance, is there a way to rerun it easily?
Um,
I think what Natalie means here is that, okay, so I she received an email about, oh, your automation failed. Then can she go into late node and we find out where it is wrong, and after fixing where the automation failed, rerun the same automation?
um, if the automation fails, you like first you get the email with the report. Second, you can manually fix like um, how to say it. Um, so if it started with webhook, so the execution. So if it started with webhook, it will be rerun next time this webhook is going to be activated. So if you like to fix that problem, you just first you get the email notification, and then you go to latenode.com, and here you can easily fix anything in development version of your scenario.
Okay, so actually didn't give away I don't have a giveaway form, because the giveaway today is about the best question in the crowd, and we are selecting, um is Daniel still here? Let me just check. And how do you call that? Here, here is, who is going to choose the best question? There's a yeah, the best questions here.
Um,
Not me. I don't want to be a judge of good question.
I think I remember the
Because I have a
um,
good question. Remember, you can't answer it. Just kidding.
um, okay, I'll just get through it, and I think
Yeah,
um,
replay history. Okay.
Mm,
Oh, I see. Did you ask a good question? Just kidding. So I am not the judge of this one. I don't want to be the judge of this one. Okay,
um,
so regarding the this one, the question about if an execution fails and then you fixed it, you can click replay in history. So that is the answer.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah. That will you will just see in a history tab like where the problem was, and then you can easily fix that. Um,
Okay, one more thing. The one thing most of all platforms are missing is the multiple input workflow. Do you plan to have it? I think I've seen one of your workflows with two inputs and then you have this headless browser in the middle. So maybe can you show that screen again to Aransoa?
no problem. Yeah, right. Right. Just a second. Um,
But GV, you did not have any question. So I need a question and a really good question. And I am not the judge here because I might be biased.
so, am I sharing right now? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Okay. So here, yeah, we can see
Right.
uh, like we have a schedule trigger and the webhook trigger, and you can add any triggers you like
So
you can have 5 or 10 triggers depending on what you want
oh,
to
okay.
build.
So you can have 5 to 10, around 5 inputs to one
There is
node.
no limitations on having triggers like you
Ah,
can there is you just as we said, like we do not try to um, like build you on each step of the execution, and that's why we just uh, have this ability to build whatever you want in your workflow, and we'll
mhm.
just bill you for the time it consumes. That's it.
Okay, good. And let's see here. Wow, suddenly we have questions. Multiple input. Next is okay. So there's another question here. If you are doing some error or missed endpoint, is there any plan to come up with an AI that can suggest what can be a possible endpoint?
Well, the AI is not aware of like the AI that we have inside of JavaScript is aware of all the stuff is happening inside of the workflow and not outside of it. So you can ask it, for example, if you have the error in the next node. For example, if the node that goes after the JavaScript node doesn't like accept the result of the JavaScript execution, you can just copy this error and give it to that AI and ask like what's wrong and how to fix that.
Mhm.
But I don't think that it would work with like endpoints of like third-party platforms that are
Okay.
not inside of Latenode.
All right. Oh, and regarding the answer earlier about the multiple inputs, so also I say it's a game changer. I think this is the first time we have seen it. In fact, so you better start with that as one of your unique selling points. Okay, unique your value proposition because not a lot can do that. I used Pably, definitely cannot do that. I used a lot and it cannot do that. Okay, so just say it.
Yeah, for sure. We just like I think that we just have a lot of really cool features, and
Right.
it's hard to choose what is going to be first.
And do you have a plan to create a marketplace where we can share workflows?
Well, we have these plans. We actually now for now we are trying like to we are having the place where you can hire an expert, and also you can be an expert. uh, of late night. So if you'd like to automate for your customers or find these leads, these customers, like using our help, and you can automate like using Latenode, you can be our expert, and we can like have a call with you, and we may check your abilities, and then you become a verified expert of Latenode, and after that
Mhm.
you like you are in the pool of experts, and each time the new request on creating a workflow appears in this like marketplace, you can grab it and have a lead.
Okay, actually, there's another question. But I know it's a question from Asif. Like, in what other businesses are you using this? Because Daniel mentioned in the chat that Late Node is here to stay because you use it for your businesses. So, in what other businesses do you use Late Node?
Well, as I said, we have the Deb expert thing. So and actually we are running an LinkedIn outreach tool called Sales, and that's only the things that I am aware of.
Okay,
So
List, List.
uh, uh, LIS LI Sales, and the first one is Deb Expert.
And dev expert. Okay, so if they want to be certified, so if someone wants to be certified as a late node expert, what? How can they do that?
Well, they just we have a partnership form on our website, and you
Mm-hmm.
can just fill it out, and we'll book a call,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll just talk to you, and after that, we'll like discuss our partnership
Mm-hmm.
personally,
Like, do
like
you
what
have
are the
any
terms.
academy to teach people the your partners so that they can be how do you call verified, licensed? I don't know how you call that. Certified.
Um, well, for now, yeah, we don't have any of that, but we try our best with
Okay.
our educational videos and stuff.
Yes. Right. Because you mentioned you have the specialists in Discord. Like if, for example, I want to be a specialist of late node, and I want to be able to get clients that were, I can make automations for them. So how can I do that if I want to have that kind of
Well, first
skill?
you go to lightner.com, go to our partnership page, and
Mm-hmm.
then fill out the form. And then we book a call, and you tell your story on a call that you want to be an expert and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And after that, we check your like abilities, stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. And after you get verified, uh, that's it.
Oh
That's the
my God,
way.
I will not pass.
Don't
I will
worry.
not pass in that one. Okay. Okay, so no worries. So let's go through. Okay, so there is a lot to be done in the product at first, move on certifications, marketplace, and things like that. You first need to build community around the product to make it work. I think so. Okay, thanks for the feedback, Asif. So please go through the list, and while you're doing that, I will go to the late node. What do you call this thing? The price list for the LTD. Just let me share my screen. Poor Stan had a lot of questions. Okay, there you go. So right now, Late Node has these. They have the starter LTD, and we're going to pick a winner for one starter LTD. And for this starter LTD, you have 3,000 execution credits every month. Advanced LTD has 6,000 credits every month. Professional has 10,000, and Team has 20,000 LT 20,000 credits. For all, you have unlimited nodes in scenarios, and actually everyone has the same. Okay, everything has the same feature. The only difference is that the execution credits.
Yeah, because talking about our lifetime deals,
Mhm.
like each lifetime deal has um, the amount of features as the best, like the biggest monthly plan, and that's like if you buy a lifetime deal, you do not have any limitations on using late node except for execution credits. So the
Uh,
number of execution credits is the only difference.
oh, Lee Seller. So the other software they have is called Lee Seller. Cool. I will look for that. Lee Seller. And okay, so and right now we have a 20% off using the code NTT20. The the link is I already pinned the link on our YouTube and Facebook chat. Now 20%, that's about $50 off. So it will be around $200 after discount for the starter and $400 after discount for the advanced LTD.
Something like that. Yeah, and I think that I have chosen the question, but I lost it.
Hey, I gave you
Mm,
time to look. I'm explaining the plan details.
no problem. Just
It's okay.
mm, so okay. Do I have to announce it right now?
Well, when do you plan to announce it? Okay, you have to announce it right now, and then we need to make sure that the winner is here, and we have to tell them how to claim the prize from you.
Well, I'd like to. I like the question about comparing us with Zapier and Publi and um, something else, but I can't find the author of this.
Okay, I
I've
will look
lost.
for it. Hold on, and you answer this one first. What's your plan about linking with local payment gateways like Razor Pay? Because in India they use
Um,
Razor Pay.
okay. Actually, we're as far as I know, we are using Stripe right now, and isn't that available in like India? I have to say that I'm
Actually,
not
does
sure of.
Razor Pay have an API? That's the question. Because if it has an API, then you can actually link it
Oh,
with.
so for sure, yeah.
Yeah, that is the question. Okay, does Razor Pay have API? If it has, then you can link it with in Latenode. Okay, so I understand the concept, but I just don't know how to do it. Okay, the coding part. Okay, I'm looking for the Pabli, and the thing is, we have two forums, two chat boxes here. Okay, so I think there are two questions. How would you compare it with Pabli Proceso and Zapier? That's one, and I cannot see the name. So I will. Who is this person? Please identify yourself. And I believe there is another one who said something similar. Now you have to choose between the two.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So who said that? Yeah, we have a better question here. So, any any. I couldn't find who asked this question. So how about another? Who are you?
Okay.
Who you ask? I can see your name clearly. Please tell me who you are. I cannot guess. I'm not a psychic. Okay. So, who is this who asked it? Please let me know because I cannot see your name. Thank you.
Well, that would be nice if that person could send somewhere
Yeah,
the
just
email.
type in your
That
name. Actually, type in your name so that I know it's you. And then later on, uh, can he or she send you a message on Facebook, Stan, so that they know when where to email you? Is it Inderjeet? It's Inderjeet Car. Let's see. Yeah, it's Inderjeet. Okay, so the winner is Inderjeet, and thank you so much, Asif, for helping. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you so much. Yeah, I already asked who to share it, but he is not sharing. Still this. Okay, yes. I really cannot see your name, so thanks so much. But thanks, Asif, so much for letting us know about this. So, reasons why to choose late node. So you have multiple inputs, or yeah, you can have multiple inputs to one node. That's one, and it's 93% cheaper than Zapier. I forgot what Daniel said, and they have a lot of. Let me see. They are here to stay, and let me see my YouTube because that's where he explained it. They don't charge. Okay, so it's 89 times cheaper. They don't charge for execution of each task or operation. They use execution credit system, and one late note credit is 30 seconds of execution. And some of the very complicated stuff actually, even if you have 10 steps, it would not be more than 30 seconds in terms of execution. So that's about it. If you have any other questions about Late Node, do go to the website of Late Node, and on the bottom left, there is a Discord icon, a Discord widget, and just click on that and join their Discord group and ask away. They are very friendly, and when somebody replied to me, I forgot who that was, and I did not respond back. They said, "Elma, is everything okay?" So it's something like that. So they are really, really friendly guys. Don't be intimidated. They are really happy to help. So that's all for today. Thanks so much for joining us. And we had around 37 people who joined our live stream tonight. So thanks so much. Thanks for all the questions. And I'll see you next week. I'm sure I have a live stream next week, but I cannot reveal it yet. Okay, so see you, and Stan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and I'd like to point one thing that we are actually going to have a product hunt launch in a few weeks. So
Mhm.
if you like our product, that would be very nice if you could support us on the day of launch. So
Okay, great. Did you support me on my day of launch? I sent you a message.
um,
I'm kidding. It's okay. I did send you a message, but you did not
yeah, of
support
course.
me. Just kidding.
Uh,
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So let's see you next. Okay, see you guys again next week. And thanks so much, Stan. I know we had a lot of questions, and I believe the product is really, really interesting. That's why we have a lot of questions. Thank you, and thanks everyone. Good night.
Good night.